Yeah, I've got it all set up.
All right, I think we're ready to go. So Samant, start it off. I'm giving you the torch
All
today
right,
to
hey guys.
light the
So
way
today
for the
we've got with
podcast.
us, yeah. So today
Omar
we've
Sher.
got a new guest with us, who is Omer, a friend of Saad. Saad, I'm gonna let you do
Yeah.
the introduction since obviously you know him better.
So
So why don't we
so
go with
basically
that?
so far we're all Head Start people, Head Start alumni, Head Start, just all Head Start friends. And I'm just like trying to get all my friends on the podcast. So we've got Omar Sher over here. Omar Sher he was my senior in Head Start, and he's currently in Cambodia, and he has a lot of knowledge about artificial intelligence. This is something that is completely out of my depth. I don't know if it's completely out of Salman's area of expertise or not, but we are going to be learning some unconventional things, you know. We gave him a bunch of questions, to approve beforehand to see whether they were spicy enough or not. But yeah, we're just going to be rolling from there. So Omar, what's up? Say hello to the audience, man.
Hello, guys. So this is my first podcast with Saad and Salman. Salman I just met, and I didn't know that he was also in Head Start.
Yeah.
As you guys can tell, I'm still in work clothes, but I am really excited to be talking about AI and tell you guys about some really cool things that are going on in the industry.
Hell yeah, Salman. One thing is the Zoom call
In
recording,
my
because if it's
defense,
not, it's the Zoom.
yes, it is recording, and also in my defense, Omer, I didn't know you either during Head Start, so I guess we just had completely different social circles.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
we were about 3 or 4 grades apart, so there's definitely.
We weren't 3 or 4 grades
Oh,
apart.
okay,
We weren't
okay.
we weren't 3 or 4 grades apart. Share. We were like 2 grades apart.
I,
How far
All right,
apart was Genie?
I thought you were a grade above me. That's a whole other deal.
Dude, how far apart was Genie from you?
Sorry,
How far apart was Genie from you?
Genie. Who's you mean Daniel?
Yeah.
I don't even think we were in Islamabad at the same time together. So I actually heard of him, but I never met him until the last time I was in Pakistan, which was in since Jan.
All right. Yeah. Okay, Salman. Let's start off with some spicy AI questions. Let's get the audience. Let's let
Okay,
let's
all
let's
right.
get
I
in.
mean, I don't want to make this too technical of a talk because then I'm probably gonna not understand what's going on. But I mean, everyone
Yeah.
loves hearing about cool stories about technology. So, what's your favorite or most interesting implementation of like AI or machine learning that you've seen so far?
So there's a lot of, so AI is like an umbrella, and a lot of people need to understand that, at the end of each umbrella or pillar, if you will, there are different functions. So there's computer vision technology, there's natural language processing, there's simple things such as matching and things like that. So the basic core function of AI is to instill human senses into a machine. So giving a machine the ability to hear and understand and translate, giving the machine the ability to see, giving a machine
Yeah.
to identify different objects. And then within fields such as AI itself, there's a whole other thing such as human detection, facial recognition, object recognition, footfall counting. There's so many different things. So I think one of my favorite AI subfields is definitely computer vision. Video analytics as a whole would be really, it's really cool and it's really picking up these days.
So what is that? What is video analytics? Because I don't know jack shit about this. So pretend that I'm a baby and I don't understand jack. So what exactly is video analytics? Because I've never heard that word term before in my entire life.
So it depends on what the end goal is of the algorithm or the AI engine. So video analytics can be, they can have commercial applications or they can have non-commercial applications, which I don't think we want to get into. If you want to, we can. It's more on the government side of things in defense
Yeah.
industries, for example. So, for example, if you
Yeah.
have an AI video analytics company, There are
Yeah.
some companies out there in America, billion-dollar companies that can actually, you have hockey games or football games, for example, or different sports, NASCAR, motorsports, whatever. A lot of these players or vehicles, they have sponsorship on them. So a video analytics company could be really good at their AI algorithms could be very accurate and really good at identifying logos. And what that helps the company do is to gather data about how long Nike, for example, is being shown on a screen,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or Adidas, or any particular logo. And once they take that data, they can go to companies, marketing agencies, or they can go to television companies and tell them how much
Yeah.
prime time
Yeah.
they should be charging. How much they should be charging for sponsorships or things like that during prime
Oh.
time and peak hours and things like that. So if you
Oh.
Yeah.
It makes total sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
So if you look at that function, for example, that's just one very small, application of AI. Then there's other security companies that are, installing
Of
these
course.
systems
Of
at
course.
critical, at critical infrastructures where they can even detect someone is loitering, just walking around a property, and if they're there for
Yeah.
a certain time limit, it can trigger a signal. They can identify males and females.
Oh.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's
I
a lot.
mean,
I'm sure there's a lot. I'm sure there's a lot.
I think we
Um.
have something similar here. All our parking structures have like even street parking. They're just cameras that just like will scan license plates and they just know who's showing up when you're leaving. So it's usually free 2 hour parking. So it'll know how long you've been there and it'll just automate a
Yeah.
lot of the tickets. So
Yeah. What I want to know is that will the machines ever turn on us? Cause I've been watching those movies, man. Will they ever turn on us? Is that like a thing? Are there like conspiracy theories like that? And
no, that's
and what's
that's not
and
how
what's
this
the
works.
probability?
That's
And
not
what's
how
the
this
probability?
works.
Dude, these are legit questions coming from laymen like me. Will the machines
Oh my
ever
God.
turn on us? Because
Hey,
I read on
Side
I,
question: if I fire my co-host, would you like to join me as a podcast host, Omer?
number Salman, I put in way more I put in way more input in this thing than you have. I had to wake your ass up. Take a back seat on this one, kid. Take a
All right.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that question so soon. I thought we could go a little bit further into the different
Nah,
kinds
man,
of
I just
AI,
got
but
impatient. I just got
that's
impatient,
okay.
man.
It's a question that a lot of people have on their mind.
Yeah.
Short answer
Yeah.
is no. It's not going to turn on you by itself. And when I mean by itself, I
Oh.
would like to underline that because AI at this point in time is not self-aware. It's not self-conscious. There are
Okay.
parameters, and the other thing people also need to understand is that human beings in the machine world or the AI world, we are God basically, and it all starts from data. So the kind of so when you're a child, for example, and you look at a mug, all right, and
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
you realize the sense of, or when you learn about the the sense of temperature, for example, right? You might be a child and you might go up to that mug, which will be which will be very hot from whatever substance in it, and you might burn yourself. That is data getting stored in your mind, and as you get older, the next time you see water evaporating from the cup, you have already learned not to touch it. So in the AI world,
Yeah.
this kind of data is called ground truth data.
Yeah.
And ground truth
Yeah.
data is basically like the data that we give machines as God. So if we tell the machine that a dog is a dog, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no other thing in between. So with regards to machines turning on us, it cannot turn on us by itself because let's move away
Yeah.
from the defense applications. Right now
Yeah.
machines are being applied to do different tasks, like logo recognition, for example. But if we apply machine learning if we weaponize AI, which is being happening, there are Turkish defense industries that are developing autonomous tanks right now, tanks which have no human beings inside of it, tanks that are just filled with machinery inside. they are actually training these autonomous tanks to go out into the field with remote capability as well to identify targets by themselves. Drones, for the large part, are also doing it by themselves. But at the end of that
Yeah.
button, as much as we know about the industry right now, is the human being, who has the final word on executing a target. But in the future, if we tell a drone that's flying high up in the sky, over a war field in Middle East, for example, to take out any and all white cars or any and all SUVs, and it learns over time what it looks like from up there.
Yeah.
Then yes, we should be careful.
Hell yeah. See. There is a
there's
little
no
sliver
way.
of danger.
Stop,
There is
there
a little
isn't a
sliver of danger. Dude. I don't know, man. We can't really trust these things too much, man.
You're
Dude.
more likely to die tripping over a pillow.
See, this also opens up a huge debate with people that are involved with the AI industry because the pace at which this technology is advancing, government bodies and regulatory authorities are not keeping up. They are still busy debating while these technologies are actually being implemented and being trained right now at secure and remote facilities that we don't know about. So that's a whole nother ethics debate. Ethics in AI is a whole nother dilemma. Like with self-driving cars, for example. If we move away from the weaponized aspect of things, if you have a self-driving car and there are only two roads which it can take, where there's one human being standing and there's two human beings standing, how does the machine decide, which road to go through if it only has these two routes to take? Should it kill one human or should it kill two humans?
Yeah, because it has no emotions. It has no emotions, right? It's just like
trolley
code that is
problem
embedded
all
in it.
over again.
Sorry?
I was saying that's just the trolley problem all over again, where you have like the train going down a track, you have 5 people on one side, one person on the other.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
yes, exactly. So that's these are real dilemmas being faced right now by the self-driving car industry, for example. How does it decide, who to hurt, who not to hurt if it has no other option? So there's more and more data that the machine needs to learn from, and there's only so much that we can take in the real world as parameters and apply it to the machine world. But it's a field that's constantly evolving, so who knows?
Who knows? Salman, any more questions? Because I have a few more brewing in my head. And everything.
I've got a lot. I've actually got an example of AI that's pretty interesting. This would be a good time to bring it up.
Yeah, bring it up.
Personally, I really like the idea of self-driving cars. But to be a little more specific than that, autonomous trucks are using really cool technology right now, where they're designing autonomous trucks where you essentially have them all connected to the same network. So they know exactly where each truck is and where it's going. And then what they do is they decide to take similar routes so that one truck will be in front and all the other trucks line up behind it so that there's no drag on all the trucks behind. So you're saving fuel, and it's basically like turning your everyday Amazon delivery into like a NASCAR race going across the entire country. And it's completely autonomous. And there is a big shortage of truckers in a lot of places. Like 2 years ago, when I was in Texas, they were paying people $10,000 just to sign up to become a trucker, and they train you in everything after that. So, this is pretty big. There's definitely a lot of money going into this. So yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I also saw this one little example. I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory or not. Where I don't know if it's AI or not, but there's these softwares which could actually emulate the voice of a person or the expressions of a person, and they could project a false video and some false audio onto screens or for the general public, and then basically propagate any message that people want to. It could be Obama saying some shit like that, or Trump saying shit that he's never said before, and it could easily fool WhatsApp aunties all across Pakistan.
That's actually called deepfake. It's
Is that AI? I don't know if that's AI or not.
That is AI. That's 100% AI. Those are, as Salman mentioned, those are deepfakes, and the only way to fight deepfakes is by fighting that kind of AI with AI that can detect that kind of AI. because
Oh.
lately humans have kind of learned what a deepfake looks like, but to get better
Yeah.
at it, there's nothing more accurate than a machine, and accuracy rates and the speed and the time that it takes is much higher to identify deepfake. So you have to kind of fight fire with fire. And it's interesting that you mentioned the trucking example. So AI is actually, I'm a huge, I love AI, and I think that it's great for the society because, as an economist, it's necessary for people to do higher order work. And AI right now, at the stage that we're at and the stage that we're using it, is that it is helping us do the monotonous, less rewarding, repetitive tasks. It's
I
helping
totally
us
agree.
not do those kind of tasks. And
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
what it's doing
Yeah.
is that it's freeing up time for these workers that are doing these kind of tasks to get reskilled
Yeah.
and do higher order work. So if you look at it this way, if you have time, if you have more time in your day,
Yeah.
you can use
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
time to learn. You can use that time to get new and better skills, and then focus on the bigger and more pressing problems in the world.
This is just like the agricultural revolution all over again. Basically a little bit of human history. Before humans actually started growing shit, they were used to be nomadic hunters, and that's literally what they spent all their time on. When one idiot figured out that you can grow shit right in your backyard, dude, that literally allowed humans to have way more time than they previously had. So then they started developing on top of that. So this could be like the agricultural revolution 2.0.
4.0. We're actually in Industry 4.0. So
I don't know
4.0
what that
means,
is.
Yeah.
well, it's the industrial
Yeah.
revolution we're in right now. So Industry 4.0 involves
Yeah.
technology like AI, cryptocurrency, blockchain,
Crypto.
Internet of Things, robotics. So these are like some of the main technologies that are propelling Industry 4.0 revolution right now.
What's 5.0? Do we know what's 5.0, or do we still have to
We
That's
still don't
reach
know
that point?
what 5.0 is. Also, I forgot to mention 5G is
Yeah.
also part of Industry 4.0 right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I have a feeling that Industry 5.0 might be here faster than ever because it's an exponential graph.
Yeah.
Everything is
Yeah.
just getting faster, quicker, more productive.
Yeah. Shit, man. Dude, Saman, this has been like the most intellectually stimulating podcast we've had like ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, that's fair.
How much? What time are we right now? How much are we? How many minutes are we in?
Right now, we are actually we're
18
almost
minutes.
at 18 minutes, so we could probably go for another.
I think we should end it right now because then I have to edit this shit as well, and my laptop's already crashing.
All right, I don't want to put too
Yeah.
much work on you, but Omar, that was really interesting.
That was really, really cool, man. Dude, thank you so
Yeah.
much for coming on. I hope everything is all good in Cambodia, dude. Here's the thing. We're gonna talk about those when you come on the next episode. We want to keep you coming on as a guest, as a recurring guest, so that people can learn these little new information in bite-sized forms. Because I'm pretty sure we've just
Yeah.
literally not even gone beyond the surface, because we could go way and we can talk about some shit that's fucking amazing. Like, dude, I'm
You can consider yourself our resident
AI analyst.
Now on.
Omar Sher from Cambodia.
All right.
There's a lot more knowledgeable guys out there, but
Of
just
course.
a heads up, I'm in smart grids right now. I don't know if this is going to be part of your video editing or anything, but
We'll see.
I'm in smart. Yeah, so I'm in smart grids right now. So in electricity, so we do like electricity transmission and generation and data grids and blah blah. So
Yeah.
that's a whole nother thing.
Oh my god, dude. And speaking of smart grids, we also have a smart city in Pakistan. Do you know the top city, Salman? Top city one.
I've heard.
That-
I've seen like
that gu-
articles. I don't really know what's going on
Yeah.
there. Though.
Omar didn't know about Top City. Omar didn't know
I
about
don't-
Top
I
City.
don't
Apparently,
know
we
what
also have a
exactly
smart
it is,
city
though.
over here. Yo, Omar, quickly, in 30 seconds, what is a smart city? Because, just the basic definition, what is it?
A smart city is a city that thinks for itself. Every unit in that city, every component, every process is thinking by itself, iterating its processes, and being more efficient and lean. That's it.
Whoa. And on that bombshell, guys, we will talk about smart cities when we have Umar on for the next episode. Thank you so much for joining in, guys. It really, really means a lot. Thank you for joining in once again. And so, all right, I think we're done.
All
Adios.
right.
Bye-bye.
Great.